someone now recording?
That's what we do. What is this? Anyways, I had a weird thing pop up on my computer I've never seen before. Anyways, to follow up on last week, I said this a month earlier.
You did?
Yeah, like an hour ago. You'll know in a second.
Okay.
I did finish Austin Powers 2 and then also watched Austin Powers 3. 2 comfortably the bottom of the 3, in my opinion. I think 1 still holds up as the best, and 2 and 3 is not bad. And I was saying to Mike, I don't remember. I feel like I didn't remember all. I remember like broad strokes about 3. Beyonce is great in the movie. She's like probably the best of the companion, like his like secret agent, like
yeah, the deuteragonist or whatever you want to call it. This might be one of the few instances where people, I mean, I'm going to say people, even though I'm really just talking about you because I haven't rewatched any of these films in a while, that people dislike the second one the most. I feel like we've talked about the trilogy things, and I feel like the third one's usually the one that people harp on. But this one sounds like the middle one was the weak one.
Yeah, I think for me, after having watched all 3 of them in pretty like quick succession, 2, I mean 3 also does this too, but I think 2 does it more. So 2 rehashes a lot of the same jokes, which some of it is funny, but then some of it's like, all right, I don't know, give me some other stuff. And I feel like a lot of the other stuff or new jokes or new bits in 2 are not great, whereas 3 still does rehash certain things, but I think its own stuff is better than whatever 2 is trying to do. I also like Fat Bastard shows up in 2 and 3, but he's much more prevalent in 2, and I think he's real annoying. I don't really care for Goldmember either, but I think Goldmember is funny, like a funnier character than Fat Bastard.
That's fair. But 2 is where we get Mini-Me, right? Or was he in the first one?
2, he's not in the first one. 2 is where you get Mini-Me. I mean, 2 has some. Oh wait, no. Oh, now I'm confusing everything. Mini-Me is in 2 and 3.
Yes.
But does he?
Well, I know he's in 3. I remember him being 3.
Does he go back in time in both?
Hard Knock Life is in 2.
No, Hard Knock Life is 3.
It's 3.
Plot of Austin Powers 2. Now they're just blending together, because I think he must go back in time in 2 and 3 then. No, he goes back in time in 3 because 3 is Foxy Cleopatra.
3 is the one that, they had the time machine.
Okay.
Because they have to go back, because Goldmember exists. Goldmember was alive in the 70s, right? That was his whole thing.
So they go back in time in both then. Okay, they have the time machine in 2 because the plot of 2 is that Dr. Evil steals Austin Powers' mojo. So the way that he does that is when he's frozen, Fat Bastard steals his mojo. So Austin has to go back in time to stop that from happening. I think.
That sounds in the second one or the third one?
That's the second one. And Mini-Me is also there. The third one, they also go back in time to find Goldmember.
Goldmember, and also Austin Powers. Austin Powers' dad.
Yeah,
Michael Caine.
And that's the other thing. 3 has.
Wait, Michael Caine is also in the third one?
He's only in the third one.
Didn't I just say, is he in the second one? And you said yeah.
Oh, I thought you asked if I was talking about the second one. So yeah, the second one has like number 2. Young number 2 is Rob Lowe, which I think is funny.
Oh yeah, Rob Lowe. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Mini-Me's good. Fat Bastard's just fucking annoying.
Get in my belly. Remember that, kids? Huh? Remember he said that? Get in my belly. Yo.
Let's say that.
Those lines. I got the crap on deck that could choke a donkey.
I do. He does
That
kind
is
of
like
much just
that
do a
is like
Shrek
the
voice.
origin of the Shrek
Yeah.
voice. Yeah.
He what did Jen look at me and say when we were watching this movie? Fuck. I don't remember.
She said, "I don't like Mike Myers anymore."
No, she still loves Mike Myers. I will say though that like I don't know. Like I always in my head was like they should. I don't know why. Like of all the things that get rebooted and like brought back or like make a new sequel to, I never understood why they didn't do that with this. But after watching these 3 movies, I don't know, man. We don't need to go back there. We don't need to do that again.
It would be interesting if when the new James Bond gets released or announced, they announced that there was a new Austin Powers coming out, and it wasn't Mike Myers. They were just like also rebooting Austin Powers.
That would be
like Mike Myers was attached as like the writer and everything. I don't know who could do it. I don't know
who was the SNL alum who can take his place as playing several characters.
It's not even that.
I don't know.
Just
Brenden says that the best movie that came out from SNL alum is fucking Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. Because he's so good as Austin. This is the other. Oh, this is what I turned to Jen and said, and I multiple times throughout these movies, I was like, too much of how I function as a person was apparently derived from Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. That's true. I remember in high school, you used to like walk up to people and be like, "Groovy, baby, yeah,
shagadelic,
yeah,
shagadelic." And I thought it was weird, but I wasn't gonna yuck anybody's yum.
Yeah, and when I run like a cat on his hind legs. Like,
yeah.
What I will say,
I ran like Scotty.
Every time he runs, it's like an exaggerated like. I will say, I wish more movies. I don't know if there are any, but I wish another comedy would do like the way they do the opening in 2 and 3 are pretty good, but 3 is pretty. If you don't remember the opening to 3, you should just watch it after this.
I don't know if I remember the opening to 2 or 3. Which one's the one where they bring all the Hollywood actors?
That's
that
3.
2?
Yeah, no, that's 3.
Oh, that's
it's pretty entertaining. Especially
Danny DeVito as Mini-Me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially as Danny DeVito as Mini-Me is very funny. Like it's just like a silly thing to open the movie with that I really enjoy. I meant to look though.
It's not exactly the same, but Tropic Thunder's intro, where they just do previews to movies that the actors from the movie.
Yeah. I haven't watched literally any Scream besides the first one, but in several of the other ones, there's the movie within the movie aspect. Do they do anything with that?
I feel like in Scream 2 or 3, they open. Scream 2, maybe they open with them in the movie theater, like watching Stab.
Okay.
And then they're filming it in 3. I think they're filming one of the sequels to Stab.
I don't know who it would be, but I also wish that there was a Marvel movie they felt like they had the balls to like do like an Austin Powers movie. And I haven't watched Peacemaker, but in my mind, I'm like, man, maybe Peacemaker has kind of this similar type of, and I'm only basing that off of the intro to Peacemaker that I've seen like a part of.
Okay, yeah. I feel like if they were going to do something like that, it's going to end up being in Wonder Man. Have you seen the trailer for Wonder Man yet?
Maybe.
Okay. It's like the one where I already forget most of the cast, but basically like they're filming a movie within.
Oh yeah, I did watch. I did watch that trailer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think the MCU is at a point where they need to let directors and script writers and like they need to let more people make more like have more liberty to do other things than the cookie cutter that they need to be within.
Yes. And I don't know if maybe that's going to be their plan going forward after they reset everything.
Yeah.
After Secret Wars.
They definitely need to do something after Avengers. Like if they don't, like I don't know. I think they're just gonna. I think the pendulum is gonna swing aggressively back towards DC because it
Is
seems
Brenden
like
calling the
James
MCU
Gunn.
dead?
No, I mean it'll still make money. I don't know if it's gonna do like. It's
Disney hates money.
It's Disney hates money. It's weird because I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like there was a point in time, and it was for a long time, where it almost felt like we were always talking about Marvel, always waiting for the next Marvel. Like it felt like we were always kind of in that little like cyclone of things. And granted, they are spacing things out more, which I'm fine with. But I feel like part of the loss of that is that things are more spaced out, and there's been more, I don't know, missteps in the MCU post Endgame that haven't, I think, carried the pop culture conversation the way it used to. So like the mainstream like nerd media is like, and granted there's a million things to move on to. I feel like it's moving on very quickly between Marvel projects because they're just not. I feel like there's a lot less. At least I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in that part of the internet. Maybe, but I feel like there's a lot less like speculation and theorizing about that stuff in a bigger way where it's harder to get away from.
It's there's still some speculation happening, but it's definitely more focused on seek it out, and also like it's basically people just trying to. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this, but essentially it's pretty narrowed to like, all right, so what are they going to do with Secret Wars and Secret Wars Doomsday? Like
who shows up in Secret Wars? Who shows up in Doomsday? That's what
like we're not. There's not enough going on outside of that for people to talk about. Like the only thing you'll hear is like, all right, you guys made these movies about Shang-Chi, about the Eternals. What's happening with these characters? Because you haven't done anything with them in ever.
I mean, there's a ton of stuff. Like they have so many threads. Their Moon Knight.
There's a lot of talk about Spider-Man too.
Yeah, Spider-Man as well.
Who's Sadie Sink playing? She says not a redhead.
She says you can dye your hair. I think she's trying to. I think we all kind of nailed it real quick, and she's like, "I could be anyone. I can dye my hair." You're not dyeing your hair. We would have known if you dyed your hair already.
So yeah, I don't know. To pull it back to my initial point, I think that they would be smart to try and do something different, especially because James Gunn is doing that with the DC universe, and it's. I mean, I haven't looked at like box office numbers and streaming success or whatever, but it seems like people like most of the projects that have come out under his reign. So
it's only been like 3 things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but that's 3 things that people have liked compared to, I don't know, what the fuck.
I guess 4 things.
Before.
Well, The Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker.
2 seasons of Peacemaker or no?
2 seasons.
I don't know. I feel like that's more successes than. I feel like DC was always shrouded in like there were people that like stuff, but it wasn't as successful as Marvel.
Yes, and it is a good start. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not like peak Marvel stuff, but in terms of
it's already having problems.
Oh, really?
They announced a movie and then like canceled it, like under giggles, kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah. What did they cancel? I knew about this, but now
and now I don't even remember the name of the movie.
I remember him saying like, "Oh, we're going to do this," and like, The Authority. The Authority,
yes. Just as a heads up, the 99% thing right now is the red costume.
Suit, the red costume, yeah, and it's going for $1,000.
That's pretty funny. Well, it's going to charity. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of these sales are, but this one specifically says that 100% of the proceeds donated to the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
I mean, the price on the other things, like what is that money actually going to do for anybody? You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're buying a dumpster for $20, like
it is funny. The video for this one is the guy in the red suit taking off the red suit thing, and he's still in a red suit. underneath.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're listening to this and know what the fuck we're talking about, the Cards Against Humanity is doing a 99% off sale for Black Friday with a lot of ridiculous items every 12 minutes or something. I want to say this and then we can intro the show and move on. But Austin Powers did seemingly very well in the box office. International Man of Mystery was the first one. almost 54 million. And then 206 million and 213 million. So
I mean, they made 3 of them, so at least the first 2 had to have done well enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised though, because unless the budget of the third one was like super high, no, 63. I mean, they did almost or more than 3 times the budget.
When did the first one come out? 97 or was it 90? Okay. So then that means the trailers. I remember that the trailers for, I guess, the second one must have been tied with Phantom Menace. I think they were like promoting, when they were promoting The Spy Who Shagged Me, they teed it up, the trailer, as if it was for Phantom Menace, but they're like, oh, it's actually for this.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, 97, 99, 2002. So, yeah, I don't know. Austin Powers. Bring back the mojo. Welcome, everyone, to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about ladies and video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we talk about Austin Powers too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself. Some call him Martini Mike, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Mole, 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 mole.
And rounding us out tonight, of course, is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing?
Here.
He is definitely here. We have got a great little something for you tonight. I don't know what tonight's episode is going to bring. Apparently 15 minutes of Austin Powers and Marvel for some reason. But before we get into the rest of tonight's episode, this episode is, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty from the Salem, Massachusetts area, or North Shore of Massachusetts. On a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven. Make sure to head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and at Good Morning Chubby, and educate yourself on these tasty, tasty treats. I went to the wrong thing. I was trying to get the rest of the housekeeping. The Indie Game Awards are coming up on Thursday, December 18th. We are on the judging panel for that. So we helped vote and decide on the winners of those categories. And you can tune in Thursday, December 18th at 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern on IGN, GameSpot, and 61 Indie. Since it's the good folks at 61 Indie, I would, watch it over there, support them. But it's also going to be available to watch on IGN and GameSpot. So make sure you check that out. Mark your calendar. Thursday, December 18th, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. What else we got? The PTC Movie Club for November will probably be next week's episode, and that is Mike's pick of Fargo. I don't know if you have your movie pick, Dom, or if you do not have that decided yet.
Do it. I'll do it at the beginning next week.
Okay. Dom has December, so we'll reveal that next week as well. I think that's really... Oh, I guess I made a drink for Stranger Things Season 5. So if you want to make a waffle breakfast drink, you can go over to passthecontroller.io, head over to our website. You can get the recipe there, watch the video, whatever you do. It's also on TikTok if you want to follow us on TikTok. Just search for Pass Controller. You can find us over there. As a quick...
We'll be doing a Dogma episode as well in December.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We'll do that aside from
probably
Dom's
the
pick.
end. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the end of December, but it does release on 4K in December. So
yeah, so we'll be doing a bonus movie episode at some point in December or early January for Dogma, so you can add that to your watch list if you're trying to follow along with the movie club. I think otherwise that's it for housekeeping. Yeah, I think that's it for housekeeping. So, what you guys been playing? Anything? Anything good?
I have another thing to bring up about the Austin Powers.
Okay, let's do it.
So Austin Powers is a spoof of 60s spy movies, 60s and 70s spy movies.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got... You good?
Yeah, I like
Oh.
rolled into
We
something
actually...
and I thought I was gonna...
we got what should have been the successor to that, and it didn't do anything. A spoof of 80s and 90s spy movies, MacGruber.
Oh, it's true. Hmm.
I
That's
mean,
all
I
I
think that just
had.
I think that just ties into how strong Mike Myers is. But also, I mean, I haven't watched the MacGruber movie, so I can't speak to that. But I think they're very stylistically and tonally different.
I mean, MacGruber,
Yes,
to be
so
fair...
so are 60s movies versus 80s movies.
That's also fair.
I mean, to be fair, Austin Powers was a spoof of 60s and 70s spy movies, but like more specifically James Bond, whereas MacGruber's very assuredly a spoof off of MacGyver specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but now that we're, late 2020s, we can go 30 years back to like 90s, and we can do spoofs of like the Brosnan era James Bond. Just an idea, just throwing it out there. Whoever's got the rights, tap. Who's the guy on SNL that Todd hates?
Marcelo. I'm not sure of his last name.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the guy. I just want to pick a guy.
That is the guy that Todd does not like. Marcelo.
Yeah, I just wanted to pick a guy to do a new.
I feel like Lonely Island directing that too.
I wanna.
Yeah.
I don't wanna paint Todd in a corner while he's not here. He thinks Marcelo is overrated because of...
He hates that character.
Yeah, he does not like the...
Domingo?
Domingo, yes. He does not like Domingo. Yeah, Lonely Island, spoiler, I like Lonely Island, but I think they did such an amazing job with Naked Gun. Let them hop in. If there's gonna be anyone that helps make
or just
Austin
keep making
Powers
Naked Gun movies.
Huh?
Or just keep making Naked Gun movies.
Or do that too. I kind of actually hope they do. I almost like don't know if I would want a new it's such a weird thing. I don't want to stay on Austin Powers the whole episode. I could, but it's such a weird thing because I think normally I'd be like, yeah, give me a new Austin Powers movie with Mike Myers as Austin Powers, but
he's too old. He cannot do it.
I mean,
he could do it.
I think he could do it.
He could do it, but I mean, I don't know that I want to see it.
I wouldn't hate an old...
Didn't you watch, what was it called, Triumvirate?
That's where I'm getting, is that...
Okay.
The Triumvirate...
Brenden was one of the few that did watch it.
The Pentaveret. It was so...
I was so off base.
So disappointing. So disappointing. Like, I only watched it through because I felt like I had already... Like, the sunken cost... Like I felt like I was just there, and I was like, as Mike Myers, it's got to be funny at some point, right? And it just wasn't really that entertaining at all. So that makes me like, maybe there shouldn't be one, but I don't know. I feel like it's a lose-lose sort of. Like in the case of Lonely Island doing Naked Gun, it would have been so easily for people to just like pan the movie, like all this stuff, but they did it so well, and I think that they respected the source material so well, at least based on how I've heard Akiva talk about the movie.
Yeah,
like because I have never watched the original Naked Gun stuff, so I don't have that to pull from and like nitpick or whatever. But it seems like he was so invested in like respecting it
Keeping the spirit.
while
Yeah.
also doing what they want to do with it. And I think it's clearly resonated well because I think it did extremely well in the box office, and I think it also it's like pretty critically well received.
I think it's done well. I mean, I've even had people mention to me like offhand, like, "Oh yeah, I watched that new Naked Gun movie and I really liked it," and I was surprised. I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, so that's
But I think the original director of like the director of the original ones didn't like it. I forget. I saw something about David Zucker saying something.
and I can understand that someone involved with the originals not like that. That's I think it's a very specific.
That's a very specific critique that might
Exactly.
occur.
I'm not familiar. So the director of Austin Powers, Jay Roach. So Wayne's World, Spaceballs, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and apparently Shrek.
He has a type.
Interesting. Yeah, I would imagine Austin Powers is. Lauren must have some ownership, maybe not.
I'm sure he's a producer of some capacity. Double check it, but I think he must be involved. Like for instance, I recently found a fucking Portlandia channel on TV, so I've been kind of watching Portlandia. I didn't realize that he wasn't
a producer there, right?
I didn't know he was a producer until I saw the credits. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. That makes sense.
I mean, I'm quickly skimming through this Wikipedia
Fred Armisen
page.
wants to be able to do whatever he wants on a TV show. Lauren's definitely backing that.
I'm quickly skimming this Wikipedia page, and it seems like Mike Myers owns Austin Powers.
Oh yeah, I believe that, but I would have bet money in as a poor decision. I would have bet money that Lauren would have been some sort of producer, had some sort of role in it.
I mean,
I clicked on the Austin Powers series produced by Mike Myers, Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Huh.
Jennifer Todd.
That's a curveball.
Yeah,
Jennifer Todd, who previously served as the president of Pearl Street Films, the production company of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
What a wild web Hollywood is.
Truly. Okay. Well, what else we got? Let's move off of the Austin Powers.
I thought this was going to be the Austin Powers episode, so I don't have anything else on the table.
We're at the point now where it's either this is the Austin Powers episode or we segue. So you want to grab the handlebars of that segue, Mike? You want to keep on scooting through Austin Powers land?
I'll tell you what, I should not be the one riding this tricycle.
But you're bringing it back already. You're a tripod, Mike.
Tripod. Yep, that's a callback.
That's a callback.
Callback to the movies we were just talking about.
Mm-hmm. Michael Caine asked Mini-Me to pull his pants down and see what he's working with.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, a tripod.
How was the line? There's only two types of people I can't. Damn it, I can't remember. He's like people that are intolerant of others and the Dutch or something. Yeah.
Yep. You wanna hop on the good foot and do the bad thing, Mike?
I can't bring any more. I have not rewatched any of the Austin Powers movies in such a long time that the things that I've mentioned are the things that I've stuck in my head and long enough for me to pull it.
I am gonna make a point now to just have a couple of these things in my back pocket at all times. I need to have some Austin Powers
just have some.
Just ready to rock. Okay.
You'll find out who your real friends are when you make an Austin Powers reference and they get it.
Yeah. I mean, my life is so Austin Powers coded in so many dumb ways that I'm not going to describe here, but I will say, maybe I should. I'm going to actually leave this
I hope
up.
your alarm clock is like the Austin Powers theme and you jump out of bed and you go.
And everything freeze frames.
Yeah.
Flowers pop up. No, did I tell you? This is not what I was going to say, but I'm actually going to not say the other thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just it doesn't need to be said on the podcast.
It's an embarrassing thing.
Did I tell you about the time? It was when maybe I didn't because it directly relates to the two of you. I was trying to decide what song you guys were gonna like give your speech to.
Oh,
And ultimately
I don't
landed with Seinfeld theme, but
Mhm.
in contention was the Austin Powers like theme, and when I was having this discussion with Jen, she was brushing her teeth and we were like getting ready to go to bed, and I started like singing the song like with my mouth, like I was like
Yeah.
making the song with my mouth, and then when
Mhm.
it gets to the part where it's like I don't know if they're like horns or
Oh,
whatever,
the
yeah, that stuff, I was doing all that and it sounded pretty fucking spot on. She almost spit fucking toothpaste everywhere because she couldn't stop laughing because it was like I busted that out. And then I switched.
Yeah,
to
that
Seinfeld.
one on the ready.
Anyways, you know, that.
Da-da-da.
I laughed really hard. We're just fucking all over the place now. I
Whatever.
started watching. Actually, this will be our segue. I started watching the Simpsons movie. I didn't finish it because I fell asleep. But when they open it with, or towards the beginning when Green Day does the theme song,
So,
like
yeah.
there's, I
They
feel
go
like
ba-da-ba-ba-da.
I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, wait a second, how come they can do it?
Why can they do it? I can tell you why they can do it. Number one, they're a real band. Number two, the context in which you did it was so off base. It simply, it was the worst possible thing to have.
I don't even
What
remember
did you
the
want us to write down on the
question.
paper? What did you want us to write down on the paper?
Some context for the listeners. We were at Simpsons trivia. This was a long time ago. This has been like 6 years ago.
This was a while ago.
Dom was there. You were there, Dom.
Yeah.
Probably.
Dom was there. I probably had to drive. Actually, it must have been longer than 6 years ago because I have only lived in Salem. I've actually lived in Salem for a while, but like I feel like I had to drive. I had to drive as opposed to
it was
me
at-
having to
Well,
drive.
no, you had to drive because it was at the castle. That's why.
It was at the castle, but I think I had to drive. Like I think I had to drive from Malden.
Oh. No,
Uh-oh.
I feel like that's too far back. Maybe not. I don't know. Regardless, it was a while.
I mean, again, I was gonna say like I've actually been in Salem for a while now, so like it. I don't know. Whatever.
Unless you had to drive Dom somewhere. I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense.
I doubt
either.
that.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't remember what the question was, but we were at Simpsons trivia, and
The question was essentially, or actually, here's what I'm gonna say: the trivia question, however it was phrased, the answer they were looking for was the couch gag. They were asking like how the Simpsons like opening thing ended, and they were looking for the couch gag. That was the answer.
yeah, how does the couch?
Oh no, that's
how
not
does
the
how does
How does
opening-
how does the Simpsons opening like famously end or something like that? Like what's at the end of every season? Yeah, which yes,
to be
true.
fair, it does end
Music
that way.
does it does end that way. Not something that we would like unless you're going to write down the musical notes. That's not what they were looking for.
Wouldn't that have been a crazy thing to write down? And then like Kevin would have to look at it and be like, I mean, technically you are correct, so I'm going to give you points.
He would look at it. He would ask, "You wrote music notes. What is this supposed to mean?" And then you would have to go da 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 da, da. And he would say, "Yes, it does end like that. That's not what I'm asking for." And one of the other teams there would have been like, "Well, clearly for that to have happened, we would have to let so many things slide. We would have to let you write down the answer and pass it in."
Hold on, I would need to
And
know
not
how to
stop
fucking
you.
write music down.
Yeah, I don't think you. Even now that we've done that bit several times, I don't know what that looks like in fucking music notes.
I have no idea.
Could write it down wherever you want. Assume
write
that means
write it down in Fortnite sheet music.
oh,
One of the 3 lanes.
okay.
It's
That
not-
also wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. Anyways, that can be our segue into. We're about to wrap up chapter whatever this is. I don't know what this season is, but next season is chapter 7, I believe. What are your final thoughts on this? I mean, I'm assuming I've been playing Demon School and I haven't finished yet. I talked about Demon School last week, so I don't want to like continue to talk about the same thing. I'll talk more about Demon School when I finish it. The only other thing I've been playing is Rift of the Necrodancer because I'd like to finish it, and I'll say I continue to really enjoy that game. That game is very hard at moments.
I am stuck on, I don't even know if it's actually the first boss. I am stuck on the first, not the first, it was probably the second thing that like is not the lanes of like
You're
enemies
fighting,
coming
like, a
down.
character?
I'm fighting a character.
Okay.
Like I don't, like I understand sort of what they want me to do, but I can't do it right.
I think all you have to, at least in the ones that I've played, because I think I've beat 3 bosses now, maybe.
Mhm.
I think you just
Like I
need
understand
to,
that you're supposed to like hit the arrows in the direction, then like hit the counter to hit them back. So
I
like
think when you hit on the counter things, it doesn't matter which input you press. I think you just need to press them at the correct time. So I think the counter is just hitting the right timing. The other ones you need to hit the correct notes as well.
I'll give it another shot. That's also my concern because if they get good, then I'm never gonna beat this game.
Well, so I've already resigned the fact that some songs I'm just not gonna get good at, and I just bump it down to easy after I fail like 3 times.
I've been playing on medium for everything, and then like whatever happens.
I am not ashamed when I have to bump it to easy to move on because I'm just like, I understand the flow of notes. I understand the new enemies they brought into the mix here. I understand what I need to do. I am not good enough to do this, and I'm okay with not being good enough to do
I actually should check out what like the harder difficulties look like because I'm already having trouble with medium.
Yeah.
That
Medium is fucking
I'm like
hard.
interested. Yeah, medium's difficult.
It's like, I think it is a very interesting game, the way that they built it around like what you'd expect from a Guitar Hero / Rock Band in terms of like playing the game, because when you get further, Mike, you'll see they continue to introduce more enemy types, and there'll be, different versions of enemies that you're familiar with that will do something different, and it's like, it's very interesting, but it forces you to think in a different way while you're also trying to like play a rhythm game, and it can be very challenging because it's asking your brain to compute a lot of information quickly. And
so
I do enjoy it. It's just it can get real tough real quick.
Yeah. So when I started playing it on my own, I didn't like see the campaign initially, so I was just going to play. I was just picking random songs, and I started picking just songs that I wanted to see how they play. So I was scrolling through the songs. I'm like, oh, cool, the Pizza Tower songs. Let me try this out. This was after I did the basic tutorial, and they started throwing. But when I started playing this Pizza Tower song, they threw like new enemies at me that I didn't know what they did, and I was already at a loss. So eventually, I went back and I did the tutorial, and I learned what certain other characters did or enemies did. But still, like going back, I'm still not prepared for whatever they're throwing at me.
Yeah.
If I see someone doing, and then like, I think there are other modifiers that probably I still don't know about.
Yeah.
Given what you've like described.
And it's, again, like, you're playing Rock Band or Guitar Hero, you fuck up and miss a note, you can just try to quickly just get back on rhythm and keep going. In this, you fuck up a note, and I feel like it's harder to get back in the flow because you're not just trying to get back on beat. You're also have to quickly analyze what is the next enemy. What is it going to do when I hit it? Is it going to just die, or is it going to move left, move right, do something else? And that little extra layer makes it so much harder for me to like get back, like to not lose rhythm. What I've been doing
playing on console, right?
Yeah, what I've been doing too that I've been keeping in my back pocket, because I'm not playing this game for scores, at least not right now. I'm just saving my, I don't know what they call star power in this game, but I just save it because from what I understand, at least so far, I'm pretty sure when you use star power, you cannot take damage.
Yes, I think that's true.
So I just save star power for tricky parts of the song that I know I'm gonna have trouble with, or if my health is low, I'm like, all right, I'm close to fucking beating this song. I'm just saving this for the last part so I do not lose. Yeah, I don't know. I really love the game, but it is very challenging. You've started playing it, Dom?
Not yet.
It's cool. Like I think it's a really unique take on that formula. I'm curious to see when you get to some of these harder enemies, Mike, because they do like they don't roll them in too quickly. Like I feel like it'll be like you get to a new song and it will have like either a new enemy or a new version of a previous enemy. So you have like a base knowledge for what this enemy usually does. So you can expect it to do something similar. It just doesn't do the same thing. Like I'm at the point where there are 3 different versions of bats that show up. So like if you first bat is blue, the first bat whichever way the bat is facing it moves one lane.
It goes the lane over. Yeah.
I have encountered
the red ones do it twice, and then the yellow ones do it 3 times.
Oh, so you've seen all 3 of those so far. Or if you're playing DLC music, so you might see
different things. Yeah.
Where in the campaign, it seems like they slowly ramp you towards introductions of
okay.
things. So if you're jumping through the DLC music, you're in for
there's some wild ones
being thrown at you without prior knowledge.
Yeah, there's one that like dashes. There's one that I think it just moves maybe 2 or 3 beats ahead, so like it'll come down, then like it'll jump 3. There's like the thing of fire that if they go through, they move through it faster.
Yeah, it does interesting things. I think one of the ones that fucks me up the most is
the ones with the different shadows.
Oh, I haven't even seen that yet.
The ones that like they don't move on beat. They're either off beat or they just do whatever the fuck they want.
That sometimes fucks me up. I think the thing that gives me the most trouble almost every time is something that when you hit it, it crosses over and comes out the other side.
Oh, it comes on the other side. Yeah. So if it's on like
breaks my brain.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times it's because like I know, for instance, the bats do that a lot, where the bats, if they're looking in one direction, if you hit it and it goes into the next lane. But if they're on the edge and they're looking the other side, they will move to the other side. But I'm never like paying attention that much to where they're looking. I'm just
I think
hoping that I'm ready for it.
I am paying attention. I know it's about to happen, but for some reason it always fucks me up for somehow. I also wonder, so you're playing on PC, is it just the arrow keys?
Arrow keys or how'd they say it? Yeah, WASD.
Interesting. So I wonder if it's easier to play on PC. So the way that it works I'm playing on Switch. The way that it works on Switch is you can use I have a Switch controller right here. You can use the D-pad if you want for directionals, or you can use the face buttons.
Yeah.
And they are both active at all times. So you can use them both if you
Interesting.
want. And that's what I do, because if there's a configuration where I need to hit 2 lanes at the same time, sometimes it's easier for me to do that with my right hand, the face buttons, than it is with my left hand. Or there are certain things like the dragons where you have to hold the note. And depending on where the dragon is, I hold it on that side of the controller. So like if it's in the right lane, I'll hold it with A so that it leaves me on the D-pad to do the other lanes and vice versa. And I feel like I am making the game harder for myself by making my brain also try to compute 2 different lanes that way for some reason. So I don't know. I was actually
thinking about doing the same thing on keyboard, like using WASD and the arrow keys in case like, I want to hit that rather than just using my one hand to hit the 3 directions. Well, 4 directions if I have to hit the down. Either S or down to hit 3 lanes at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I am making it more challenging for myself doing that, because there'll be times where it's like, okay, I got to hit these 2 lanes and I can leave this one open for the 1 tap, and I feel like I'm just adding more layers of confusion that can easily pop into my brain.
Yeah.
I doubt they would ever be able to, just because it would require them to probably work out additional licensing with Nintendo. But I would love if they put Cadence of Hyrule songs in here. But I'm sure that's not
going to happen.
That soundtrack to Cadence of Hyrule is an all-timer for me. I wish there was an easy way to listen to that music, because there's really not, unless you just like go on YouTube or something. I do have the vinyl, but it's only a selection of songs, and it's a vinyl that was never for sale, so I don't ever want to put it in a record player, because I'm just gonna preserve it so that nothing happens to it. Yeah, I mean that's all I've been playing, that and Demon School, so I haven't really had much time to dig into anything else that I need to be playing right now. My goal over this weekend is hopefully to finish Demon School so that I can move on to some of the other things that I want to play before the year wraps up, or need to play. And yeah, Demon School's the thing I gotta get through, which I'm still really enjoying. I know I still have a good chunk of the game left. I don't know if you guys have been playing anything else other than the regular stuff.
You've been playing War Take a Sword.
How is that? How far are you in that now?
Probably just before the second boss.
Okay, so you're in like the water temple thing.
Yeah.
I like some of the mechanics of that area where like you have to choose like where to put the water and stuff, like where to put the water level.
Are you bringing your sword with you underwater, or are you leaving it up top? Or
yeah, I think it's interesting. That was kind of what I was alluding to when we talked about it last, where it's like, so far in each of the zones they've like done interesting things with the mechanics. I'm curious how that continues to evolve through the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the last thing we can talk about quickly is our like sort of final thoughts on the Simpsons season before it ends literally tomorrow. And what, I don't know. Have there been a lot of leaks about Chapter 7? Or not really?
Some things. Like I heard, did you hear about how they're getting rid of the battle bus?
No. They're getting rid of the battle bus?
Yeah, I read that too.
I
don't know how that can be a thing, because
of gliders and contrails and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. According to this Fortnite League Reddit thread, dropping from the battle bus will be replaced by surfing in Chapter 7.
Yes. And you only be able to pick a certain amount of points. You can't drop, like, you won't be able to like fly anywhere. Yeah.
Interesting.
I also just read a thing that apparently during the event there will be licensed music that cannot be turned off. So you can't stream it without DMCA.
So according to this leak, before people get angry, this is a leaked quest line. There is a leaked quest line where you find parts of the battle pass. So maybe this is just for this season. Yeah. What did I say? Battle pass?
Yeah.
So maybe that's just this
I wonder if it's just an early season thing.
Wait, now I'm confused. I thought that this season was the Hollywood season. Is that still what it is? It just also has this surfing element?
Yes.
It's called Golden Coast, maybe?
Interesting.
I don't know.
I think it's like a California season, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
That's why we're getting a lion with like a unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt and flowy hair.
Yeah, that's what the MGM line looks like outside of the little circle thing that he roars in.
Right.
Yeah, so they're doing that. The storm circle will no longer be a circle. It'll just change shapes.
I think it's already a 7.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's going to continue, but I think the circle is already a 7.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's that.
I'm fine. I can see why people might be mad about like bigger changes to the game, but I like when they do shit, shake it up. I mean, it's not always been stuff that's like worked for me personally, but nothing's ever going to work for everybody. Like, I feel like the hunting season, I kind of was a little softer on Fortnite during some of those chapters when it was like, I don't know, the wild animals and like a lot of the weapons were bows, which I actually don't mind the bows. But you had like craft weapons in that season. Am I remembering that right? You like crafted weapons?
I think you could craft weapons. I kind of miss being able to upgrade weapons. That was fun.
I did like upgrading weapons. It's weird because it made currency in the gold you pick up, like the gold bars, like
Yeah.
kind of more valuable. Where I feel like lately they've been not pointless.
Lately,
but like you're really just
lately
like
I don't use them.
You're either just buying hiring someone or like buying a thing from that character.
Or I mean, honestly, I end up just using it to hire people or to buy reboots.
Yeah.
Or upgrade your reboot if I'm the one being rebooted, so I can come back with like better stuff.
Yeah.
I just had a thought. Oh, I think in this one there's gonna be drivable reboot vans, something like that.
Whoa, that's actually wild.
In a self reboot, if I remember correctly.
In a self reboot, I think. Yeah.
How would does the leak say how the self reboot would work or no?
I have no idea.
That would be interesting. I wonder what it.
I wonder
if it's like a currency thing or something else.
Or it's an item that, like, if you get knocked before you turn into a card, you have the ability to like self reboot, like in COD, like the injection.
I mean, the drivable reboot van is interesting. Because the other alternative would also just be like an item that you could pick up and hold that's like a portable reboot, which would be also an interesting thing to have in there.
I don't know if we talked about Marty McFly and the Bride, or definitely either Battle Pass or like mid
purchasable skins. Yeah.
No, they're not purchasable.
Oh, so it's either Battle Pass or it's a mid-season. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yuki apparently is a free skin if you log in, but this weekend.
Okay.
Was she the one that you would get if you bought tickets to the thing?
I thought so, but Fortnite put up a thing that said this weekend.
Interesting.
Or maybe she's the sister, right?
Yeah.
Is the sister's name Go-Go?
I think
can't remember what the sister's name is. Maybe the sister is the one that you get for seeing the movie. Like maybe it's 1-1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if there's anything that has the ability to do it, or at least make an actual like significant impact, it's Fortnite. One of the things that Dom and I have definitely talked about before is, I don't know what the status of them is now, but for a while with like the Fortnite action figures, if you bought them, you could redeem like and get like a back bling or something. And Dom and I have said multiple times before to each other, like, if buying this action figure just gave me this character as a skin in the game, I would probably be fucking buying some of these stupid toys that I don't need. If Fortnite partnered with specific movies and it was like, if you go to the movie, you get this skin, I think that would make a significant impact in ticket sales for that movie. Like, I really do think it would.
I believe that too. I wonder if they're scared. They got scared off by whatever they call that genre of game. You know, like Disney Infinity and stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
Like an amiibo game?
Yeah,
but there's an actual.
There's a term for Toys to Life. Yeah.
Oh, but it's so different because, like,
I agree with you. It's different, but I wonder if it's similar enough in their head that like we don't even want to deal with it.
I think it's different.
I mean, Skylanders had a good run.
Skylanders was like the one. I mean, amiibo still get made. They're just, and so here's like perfect example, and it's actually interesting that Disney couldn't survive it, but again, it just probably wasn't profitable enough, or just not profitable.
I think part of their thing had to do with Toys R Us.
That's also probably a big part of
I
it.
think they had some partnership with Toys R Us, and Toys R Us went out of business. So.
Yeah, but you also had like you have to have the committed retail space in Target and wherever Best Buy all those
Yeah.
places, and I mean it definitely wouldn't work as well now because all of those places are continuing to shrink those footprints in their stores anyway. The only one that seems to have a substantial footprint still is Nintendo, and it's not even like they have a lot of stuff to sell, and it's definitely not like they have a fucking row of amiibo to sell. They don't usually have that many amiibo at the same time. But I don't know. Fortnite is still extremely successful and popular. I feel like they could attach that to anything, and I think they could make it fucking exclusive skins or like an exclusive colorway. That would absolutely. People would go fucking buy a ticket to the movie and not go to the movie. They would just go buy the ticket to the movie and go home. Some people would.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is gonna make, unless it's a skin people don't really care about. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess the only people that would care about it are people that would go see the movie. But
yeah. Like if Disney Marvel wanted to do like, if you go to opening weekend of, I mean, they probably wouldn't do it for the next few movies because the next few movies are what, Spider-Man and Avengers. They don't need to do it really for that. But like for Fantastic Four, if they did like, if you go in the first 2 weeks or something, you get a code for fucking whatever. I feel like that would have jumped up some of their box office numbers.
It would be interesting.
Probably.
It would be interesting now that they have sidekicks to say like, if you go see Fantastic Four in the first week, like you get a code for her B sidekick.
Yeah.
Or like if you go see Zootopia in the first week, you get a code for
Hops,
a Judy Hopps sidekick or something like that. Like
I think it would do a lot. I mean, I wouldn't even say first week because that's so limiting. I would say like give it like the first month because that you'd have a lot of people that would go.
But the idea would be to like bump up the early opening numbers. Yeah.
I mean, it's a slippery slope though because it could end up a scenario where they're like, if you go during the first week, you get this code. If you go during the second, and then like sort of trying to incentivize people to go see the movie more than once or go buy a ticket more than once. Oof. All right, never mind. I don't like this idea. I take it back.
It's too late. Too bad.
Don't forget, the Pokemon movies had exclusive cards when they first came out.
That's true. And I loved it. I'm surprised they didn't do anything for the Mario movie. I feel like they're more interested in that type of promotional thing.
What would they have done?
I don't fucking know. I mean, I guess they are doing.
I feel like they did something.
I mean,
I feel like they did something.
You could buy like, but it's like what every movie does now.
It was like coins, right? Oh, I thought they did like coins or something.
What, coins for like My Nintendo?
No, like just like a
like
coin.
The commemorative coin.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think so because I definitely would have went out of my way to get it if they did. Like there were previous Mario games or Nintendo games that I've pre-ordered at certain places to specifically get stupid things because I'm stupid. But yeah, I don't know. I would go see the movie at a movie theater. I'd go drive to fucking Alamo Drafthouse to get a Mario thing if that's where it was, or whatever movie chain is far from us.
I feel like all the movies so far have just been doing popcorn buckets.
Yeah, which I have not fallen into that trap. I did get the Mario one, but it's fine. I eat popcorn. I like Mario.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get the Chainsaw Man one, but I was too lazy to go back to the theater and try and get one.
Yeah. I haven't been tempted to get any other ones because I don't need to have a million popcorn buckets.
Yeah, I don't need a million popcorn buckets. Also, like, it's a popcorn bucket, but what do I do with it? Do I bring it back to the theater if I get popcorn?
No.
Or do I just...
No, You just use
It's
it.
just for home.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
for my what? I don't have any popcorn at home.
well, you can make popcorn. I have my Mario.
I
one on
can
my
make
shelf.
popcorn. I'm not gonna make popcorn.
All right. Well, I don't know.
I've got a popcorn maker.
Put
I
candy
don't
in
make popcorn.
Put candy in it. I don't fucking know, Mike. What do you want from me?
Oh shit! I probably should have done that for the fucking candy. Doesn't matter. I didn't get any trick or treaters, but like
somebody
if
will
I
steal that bowl.
no. I mean like for like when the trick or treaters came, if I had the candy in
Yeah.
the bucket, I could be like pick
Yeah,
something out.
Exactly.
I forgot I had that. I should have done that.
Yeah. I mean, I have my Mario one just up on my shelf because it's a cool little thing just to have it myself. I haven't bought any other ones, but they used to before this, like for certain big movies, if you bought like the biggest size of popcorn and didn't pay more for it, you would just get a nice little container. Because I have them for, I still have them somewhere. I have them for like Star Wars movies and Marvel movies. And I don't think you paid extra for them. They were just if you bought the large size popcorn, the biggest size.
This is a weird question, but so you don't use yours, like you don't buy your trash bag of popcorn from Hobbs and like just pour some into the bucket and then like sit in your couch and eat popcorn out of it?
No, Mike, because I'm a fucking clown with collector mentality. So I have Star Wars Force Awakens fucking popcorn thing that's just on my shelf with other things in it. The one that's sitting right here to my left, I can't actually see it because there are other things in front of it, but I'm pretty sure it's the Endgame one. It's just a popcorn bucket that has peoples on it.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the popcorn buckets for Regal now because we're talking about it. The Thunderbolts one was pretty good.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was.
It's a black like circle with the asterisk in the middle.
Yep.
And that comes out, and the gold asterisk is the drink, and the inside of the asterisk is the popcorn. So when you're done, they can fit together.
That's pretty cool.
Mike, you bought the Dune one. You haven't used that for anything?
Well,
yeah.
Do I yes and this, or do I? Because like I did buy the Sonic one. I have the Sonic one. That's the only popcorn bucket I have.
I remember that. You were pissed because they didn't have Shadow.
Well, they didn't have Shadow for the headband thing, or like the soda thing. Because I got like the whole kit and caboodle there. There was. I was gonna say this now.
Can you buy these off the AMC website?
Ooh.
Some of them you could. I remember I was going to buy like the Fast and the Furious one.
The Chainsaw Man one, it says pre-order, so maybe they're making more of them. You can buy the Predator Badlands one. That you can add that to cart.
Mm-hmm.
You can pre-order the Tron one.
Why?
I don't know.
It's sold out on Regal.
You can get the $45. Oh no, it's sold out, Mike. The $45 Wicked for Good Glinda light up popcorn bucket.
I know how much you loved that movie.
It was fine. You can get the sold out $57 Wicked for Good Emerald City popcorn bucket. Ooh, Emerald City. Anyways, I don't know. Now we're just talking about popcorn buckets. Let's get this wrapped up here. Let's see. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 497 of the Pass the Controller podcast. Actually, okay, I'll finish. I'm gonna say something else after that, but anyways, tons of ways to support us. Leave us a 5-star review. We record the show live every week at twitch.tv/passcontroller if you want to watch the show live. If you can't catch it live but you want to watch the show, just go to YouTube, type in Pass the Controller podcast. Will show up over there. Everything we do you can find at passthecontroller.io. That is our website. Make sure you head on over there and show us some love there. Before we wrap things up and play the game, I did want to say, because I meant to say this last week, I didn't watch this week's episode yet, but I started watching Pluribus, and I don't know. I'm intrigued enough. You didn't start it yet, right, Mike?
I'm 2 episodes in. Maybe I've watched the 3rd episode.
We didn't talk about it on the podcast, right? We just talked about it after.
We talked about it at some point, but I don't think it was on the podcast.
Okay. Have you started watching it, Dom?
No, I have not.
It's interesting. I like it. I need to see where it goes more before. I don't know, because I think it could either go in a really entertaining and interesting direction, or it could end up kind of just being whatever. That's the point that I'm at personally with how I feel about it. Did you watch Stranger Things yet, Dom?
I have not.
We should once we're well, Mike probably won't, but I know Todd is there. When you're there, we should probably have a spoiler-free discussion about it because I think it's worth talking about. It's pretty good. I enjoyed my time.
You should have a spoiler full episode.
I mean, I would need Dom and Todd to be on their game because there's so many references to other things that I need experts. They're experts. I'm not an expert.
Hmm.
Anyways, there's a Back to the Future reference, Mike.
Oh, great Scott.
Anyways, all right.
What year are we in now?
Oh, shit. Mike asked me that yesterday, and Jen had the answer. I think it's a 4-year gap between.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I think you guys said 87.
There you go.
I think you said.
I feel like it doesn't make sense. I feel like they made references that it doesn't make sense to be in the 80s anymore.
I don't know. What reference?
I'll have to do the math later. I feel like there were references in the first season that adding 4 years wouldn't make sense to be still in the 80s.
Oh, okay. I don't know. When does...
You're saying like the first season would have taken place in what, 80? Well, doesn't matter.
According to this, Stranger Things season 5 will feature time skip taking place in the fall of 1987. It's 18 months after season 4, according to this.
18 months after season 4. Okay. I was going to say 4 years after, because Neverending Story came out in 1984. So adding 4 years to that would be 1988. But if it's 18 months after, then...
It can, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of theories floating around after these first 4 episodes. And I kind of don't want to dive into theories. I kind of just want to experience it as it happens. Because I feel like people are going to try to figure stuff out. And
I've seen some theories. I've seen some theories thrown around that don't mean much to me because I didn't watch last season. Well, it didn't matter if I didn't watch last season. It's just like ideas about certain characters' trajectories, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that they take another 80s song and try to
make it like
run
the next big
again.
thing.
Yeah. But they do that in these first 4 episodes, and I'm curious if it's going to have the same impact that it did have for...
I hope it's a Super Bowl shuffle.
That other song. I won't say what the song is so that you can experience it when it happens. But when the song came on, it wasn't even when the song came on. When the fucking cassette tape cover was visible in the scene before the song came on, Jen fucking was like, artist name? Are you kidding me? It fucking better be song name. And it was the song.
Are you kidding me? The 19...
And then she fucking popped off and sang the whole fucking song during the
song. Oh, it was an Eddie Money song?
Yeah, it was Eddie Money.
The Money Man.
Anyways, I don't know. We play a game at the end of every episode. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Let me pull up the scoreboard. We keep score. Todd's gonna have a bigger gap between him and first after this, unless Mike goes for a little sweepy sweep. The way this works is we play a different game at the end of every episode. We keep track of the score all year long.
No, I'll just, if I get points, then I'll not take them again. I feel like I've done that in the past.
I don't know. Sounds right.
I mean, they'll just become parenthesis points. No points go into the upside down. They all get put on the scoreboard. Yeah. I don't know. Dom's in first with 69. Todd's in second with 60. Mike's in 40.
Nice.
Mike's in 45. Mike's in third with 45 points, but has 12 parentheses points. So you do the math. We're going to play Gaming the Meta, which is what we kind of fall back on most of the time these days. Mike, hit me with a year since you're in last place.
All right, so we got Stranger Things taking place in 1987. So I will add another 20 years to bring us to 2007.
Okay. I like it. Let's see. Oh, okay. Is this a real thing? Okay, it looks like a real thing. I don't think I'm familiar with this. 2007. What platforms did this come out for? Okay, this seems to be the correct thing. All right. Released on October 30th, 2007. We are going to go with The Simpsons game. It's a real thing. I thought it was fake when it popped up, but it is indeed a real thing. We're going to switch platform. Okay, here we go. It was released on Xbox 360, PS3, PlayStation 2, Wii, PSP, and the DS. The DS has a separate page on Metacritic, so we're going to just not do that one altogether. So it must be a slightly different game, it seems. But we always go off of the most reviewed platform. So we're going to go off of the Xbox 360. And for listeners at home, if you're not familiar with how we play this game, we pick 3 games. We go off of Metacritic. We use whatever the most reviewed platform is. If it's a multi-platform game, whoever gets the closest gets the point. If anyone gets a bullseye, they get double the points. I just realized it's hard to play this game when there's only 2 people. So I'm going to text Todd to answer so that we can actually play this game. If not, we'll pivot to a different game. Let me see.
2007, is this the movie?
So 2007 is also the year of the movie. I don't know if this game is based off the movie. It is called The Simpsons Game. So maybe? Because the movie is called The Simpsons Movie, right?
Yeah.
So maybe... the Wikipedia description says The Simpsons Game is a 2007 platform game based on the animated television series. So,
well,
it doesn't mention it there.
Huh.
All right, we'll let Todd go first. Riveting stuff here. Todd is about to lock in with... He said, I gave him the title of the game and the platform, and he wrote back, driving one? ? No. Okay, Todd locked in a 76. Mike, what do you think? The Simpsons Game. Xbox 360.
Said 76. So that means I should say 6-7. I'm not gonna say that, but I just want to throw that one out there for a quick second. Let's say no, 76 is a good answer though. I'm gonna say 70.
Okay. Dom, take us home. Where do you think? You got 70 and 76.
I was honestly thinking low 70s. So this is like the worst of the 2 options here. I'm gonna say 70. 71, 2, 3. So I'm gonna say 73.
If they didn't put you in that pickle of splitting the diff, what would you have guessed?
I probably would have guessed 70.
Okay. Well, Michael, you chose correctly, going low. The score is 71. So Mike is the closest.
You fucking bitch.
Also a 71 on PS3, a 68 on PS2, a 64 on the Wii, and a 59 on the PSP. And even though the DS, which I'm assuming is a slightly different game, why it's a separate page, is a 69. All right, Mike, you want to live in 2007 or you want to keep going?
No, we can move. I just don't know where I'm going to move to.
I think that's what I'm going to do for this game from now on. Bottom of the leaderboard picks, and then it goes Jeopardy style. Whoever gets it correct picks the board.
Interesting.
So
All right.
you
Well,
can pick the year.
let's say 2010.
Oh shit, Mike, a daily double. 2010. Where are we living here? Let me. Oh, okay. I like where this is going.
Like, just wait a second.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking to myself, like, do I need something like this?
I want to buy it and hide it in Brendan's house somewhere.
Oh no.
I mean, if you do it, I can help make that happen.
No. I'm changing the locks.
You think a lock's gonna stop me?
I think you would probably like.
I think you would laugh a lot.
Really hard the first time it happened. I'm not going to tell you because now we're brainstorming.
God,
Now we're.
When
Here's
this
your
happened, the first thing I did was refresh the 99-cent sale to see what, and it's still just the red suit guy.
No, I think it must be done. I think that the red suit must have been the last one.
All right, October 25th, 2011. We are gonna go with Back to the Future: the game.
Was this a Telltale game or was this something different?
I believe it's a Telltale game. This was also reviewed on PS4, PC, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PS3. But we're going to go off of the Wii review scores because that is the highest platform. So Back to the Future, the game. Tom, actually, no. You know what? Because Todd's not here, Todd is going to have to go first each time.
I can already tell you that my guess is going to be 88.
Okay.
Damn, that's good.
All right, Dom's going to lock in at 88. Mike, you want to wait for Todd, or do you want to?
I'm gonna wait for Todd, but I will say with Dom taking 88, my only other option would be 85. But I'm gonna wait for Todd's answer.
Okay. Well, Todd went with 76 again, so Todd's in a 76 hole. So you get
all right, 85.
88. All right, 85. Well, it has the same review score on PlayStation 3 as it does on Wii, and Todd is the closest because it is a 66.
That's not a.
I started playing it and did not finish.
I also started playing it. But it was not a Back to the Future number, so I was never gonna guess it unless I did the 6-7 joke again. In which case, I would have been the closest.
Yeah. As soon as he said Back to the Future, I was like, I'm guessing 88. It doesn't matter what this fucking thing is.
All right, it's Todd's board, so I asked him to pick a year. Let's see if he does. While he's doing that, 2010 got some bangers. You got Red Dead Redemption. You got Mass Effect 2. You got Super Mario Galaxy 2. You got Limbo, the first Alan Wake. Halo Reach, people love. God of War 3. I don't know. Do people I don't know how those older God of War.
I think God of War 3 is. I think God of War 3 is a big one.
And I'm not like, I don't care about Call of Duty really to know, but I think people like Black Ops, right? The first one, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. 8.8 out of 10 on IGN. 4.7 out of 5 on PlayStation. God of War 3.
Interesting. Todd said 2097.
Okay.
He meant to say 2007, so we're gonna go back to 07, and I think
It's bold of you to assume that he meant 2007 and not 2097.
I feel like that's something that he would pick.
He did re-send it as 2007. Ooh, you know what? This is. I was gonna look for another game that was title / the game, but
the game
instead, I'm gonna. Oh, but there is one though. Let me see.
Was Galaxy 07? Is that what you want to pick?
I could assume Galaxy was 07, or maybe it was 06.
Galaxy is 07. It's funny. Galaxy's 07, and the other year we did 2010 is Galaxy 2. That's not what I want to do. But you know what? I'm going to just throw in a double here. We're going to double because I want to do this other one, and then I want to do the other one. So we're just going to do 4. Okay. Released on another October 30th game. October 30th, 2007. This is DreamWorks B-Movie Game. So we got DreamWorks B-Movie Game. It is reviewed on PC, Wii, DS, Xbox 360, and PS2. We're going off of the 360 review score. I got to type this to Todd. DreamWorks B-Movie Game 360. Okay. Mike, you want to go first or want to wait for Todd?
Let's wait for Todd, but I'm gonna go up. I'll say up front. I'm feeling something in the 60s.
Okay.
I was trying to debate how low could a game really be rated.
Todd,
I mean, for all I know, it could be like a fine platforming game. I don't know what a B movie game is gonna look
you
like.
think B's platform?
Bees?
I don't know what
Bees.
bees do. I don't know that. Do you know what happens in that movie?
Oh, you heard me wrong. This is DreamWorks Bead movie game.
Oh, bees?
Todd said 64.
Oof. That
Oof,
feels too spot
okay.
on.
Yeah, that feels pretty close. I might just have to say 60 and hope that it is like a 58.
All right. Mike's going to lock in a 60.
Fuck. This is tough.
It could be a good game.
What did Todd say? 64?
64, yeah.
I'm going 65.
Yeah, it could be a good game.
Just in case.
Hold on, I'm trying to queue up the next one while we're doing this.
I can't let Todd have 35 numbers.
Sorry, you said what did you say, Don?
65.
65. Okay. Oh, wow.
Honestly, I should have said 67. I fucked up. Whatever.
I already gave Todd the next one just so we could be ahead of it. He answered immediately with some words that I'm gonna not reveal yet. Maybe I will. He's not here, so he doesn't get the bonus. Because he probably would have said this out loud anyway. So I will read the whole text. So we're going off the 360, but on the other platforms, it was a 65 on PS2, a 70 on PC, a 62 on the Wii, a 58 on the DS.
Oh, 50. Wow.
But on the Xbox 360, where we were counting the points, Dom is the closest. It is a 71.
Thank God.
Dom scooping up a point here. So right now we're a 3-point
spread. I almost said 62 again.
So we are 3 spread across the board here. Each of you picking up a point this round, but we're going to end it with one more bonus game because all of these things were seemingly, but not really because The Simpsons wasn't, but because the naming convention, it made me go this route of picking movies, games. I believe...
You found an Austin Powers game?
I mean, those exist. I don't know what 2007 is probably too late for that.
Yeah, I think they were on like the DS, not the DS, the Game Boy Advance or something. Anyway,
I saw that one was on PS2 and it was like a pinball game, and he actually swears. And people like all the reviews are like, Austin Powers would never say fuck.
Yeah, he'd say like, you're shipping my chocolates, dude. Okay, so I was staying in the same vein with this game, but it's not the same type of convention. So we're going to go with September 5th, 2007, a game called Stranglehold. But if you're familiar with this game, on the cover, it says John Woo Presents. So sticking with the movie motif.
Mm-hmm.
So... reviewed for PC, Xbox 360, and PS3. We are going to go with the Xbox 360, but I guess spoilers, it's the same score across the board, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a bit of difference. I'll give you a little bit more.
The same score across the board. Does that mean it's like very good or very bad?
I don't know, Papa. Todd already locked in an 82 with the text, loved that game. I'll give you a little bit more. Stranglehold is a sequel to John Woo's action film Hardboiled. And stars Chow Yun-fat.
You don't say.
I never played this game. I think this game has bullet time, and I think that's why Todd probably loves it.
Okay, yeah, Todd has a type.
So Todd is locking in 82 with the loved that game. So he feels pretty good about his score.
Mm-hmm.
What I would take that read as is that if Todd was reviewing this game, he would have given it an 82.
He loved it.
He loved it.
And he loved it.
And he loved it.
I believe that Todd is self-aware enough to be like, I love this game, but I know other people would probably rate it a little bit more low, a little bit lower, but like Todd would have given it like a 90 something, but he's like, realistically, with everyone else in the mix, it's probably gonna be an 82.
So Dom, what do you think? What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking an 80.
Okay. Mike, what do you think? Take us home. We got 80, 82. You could split the diff, or you could go take the high road or the low road.
That is a dangerous game.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game. Here's a question for you. What if I believed in my heart of hearts that one of them was just correct and I just picked that?
Then if no one's correct, we would have to push to a fifth game.
Okay.
So let's say in this hypothetical, we'll use different numbers. Someone said 50 and someone said 60. If the two of you said 50 and Todd said 60, but the score was 45, we'd have to push because it'd be a low tie. But if you said 50, if you two said 50 and Todd said 60 and it was 85, Todd would win because he's closest.
But what if hypothetically Todd was right on the money? Todd said 82. I'm like, you know what? Todd's probably right. I'm going to stick with Todd. And it was actually 82.
That's a double bullseye.
Okay.
But if you do that and it's below, Dom wins. And if you
Dom
do
wins,
it,
yeah.
If you do that and it's above,
we have to do another game.
Yeah.
So
you get 82.
I mean, I've got nothing to lose. But I'm not going to split the diff. 81 is just wild.
But what if it?
You know, it'll be funny though. It'll be funny though. I'll go with 81. It's wrong. I want to do it anyway.
Go with what you want to go with. We get the bit. If you know it's not what you want.
I don't have a better answer. Just for safety's sake, I'll go with 83. But it's whatever.
You're locking in 83.
Can I change my guess?
Sure.
I want to go 81.
You know what? I'm gonna switch down to 80. No, I'll stick with 83.
You want to
no, I'll stick with whatever. I forget what number I just said. Just 83. Whatever the last thing I said was.
All right, so you're going 83 for you, 81 for Dom, and 82 for Todd.
Okay.
So,
I hope it's an 81. I so hope it's an 81 now.
It's not.
It'd be funny.
It's not. It would have been ridiculous if it was. But Dom still takes it because you went high, Mike. It is a 77 across the board. So Dom is the closest. And that means Dom picks up 2 this week. Todd picks up 1, and you pick up 1. So Dom's at a 71. Todd's at a 61. And Mike is at a 46. That'll end this week's episode with, stuff. So be good to one another. And, we'll see you next time.